wire fraud, and illegal campaign contributions by foreign nationals.
So Mayor Adams has denied the charges, and while many lawmakers are calling on him to resign, the mayor says he intends to stay and serve his full term in office. If he steps down or is removed from office, which only Governor Kathy Hochul can do, New York City Public Advocate Jumanne Williams will become the acting mayor. Jumanne Williams is the public advocate, as you know. He's joining us this morning. Nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Good to be here, thanks.
So should the mayor stay or should he go?
Well, I think first of all, it's a really sad time for the people of the city of New York. It's a kind of chaotic time, so I'm really sad that we have to be dealing with this. I think the federal government has to prove their case, and I'm a big proponent of just criminal legal system. So innocence before guilt is tantamount. I think that's different than the question of, with all this happening, can you govern effectively? Can you help restore the trust that's being lost? That's a different question. So my hope is that the mayor will ask himself those questions, and if he feels he can, he should really put out a plan of how he thinks that can go forward. The time to put out that plan, I think, is the window's starting to close, and folks are just really concerned. And so my hope is that he really asks those questions to himself.
Okay, so you're this close to being mayor of New York City. You've always wanted that.
I've never said that, you have, but I actually ran for the job of public advocate,
right.
And I'm very excited about that job. Now, being the public advocate, you know that this is a possibility, and so you always have to make sure you're prepared for that, but that's not why you take the job.
But you've never wanted to be mayor of New York City?
I've ran for every job that I've actually wanted to run for, and what I would say was this: I knew this was a possibility, excuse me, when I got elected. It's not something you want to have to happen, because that means there's been some chaotic times in New York City, but you have to prepare yourself, which we are.
See how that nigga just coughed? He full of shit, bro. But then again, if that was COVID days 2021, man, listen, they'd have locked him up. And this is what he was pushing for COVID bullshit too. He's pushing for Kamala Harris bullshit, Biden's bullshit. He's a full-blown Democrat. He back defund the police. This is what they want. They want New York City to fall. So they're going to put a guy that's against the police. So when he's in office, hopefully Adams stays in. If this guy's in office, he's cutting overtime for the NYPD. He's going to go back to defund the police. He's not going to be a real public advocate for safety. He's really not. And this is what New Yorkers need to realize. This is what's going to be, it's going to be tumultuous of an outcome for New York City for this end of year if he decides to come in. Now remember, there's an 80 days. They have 80 days for everyone that they have 80 days to do a vote to bring in another mayor. That's how it works in New York. 80 days after Adams resigns, he becomes public advocate. They have 80 days to do a vote. If no one votes, he stays on until 2026, I believe, as mayor. This guy, Jumanne Williams, and you're going to see New York burn. It's going to burn with this guy. So pay attention. Pay attention. Jumanne Williams, you're hearing it from me first. New York City's going to crumble if this guy gets in. He is backed by the left, Act Blue, all this crazy shit, all their rhetoric. Him, AOC, they're all a bunch of scallywags, bro. They're not looking for safety for New York, and they don't like the police. They despise the police. They really despise NYPD. And it's like the men and women in NYPD, they're trying their best to keep a city from falling apart, like Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio, Oakland, Sacramento, Chicago. Well, what's the other places? Boise, Idaho got a bunch of migrants running around, and it's kind of strange, man. Only state that really didn't fall was Florida, and Florida's getting hit with a Hurricane Helen. They said it might have been a hurricane that was constructed. It was manufactured by maybe HARP, the weather machine. That's what they're saying. That's a conspiracy theory, but it's kind of insane, man, tumultuous times we live in. Chaotic, tumultuous, whatever you want to call it. It's bad. Especially if Jumanne Williams gets in office. He's going to cut the overtime for the cops. He's going to not bring in more classes, graduating classes for the cops. A lot of things are going to happen if this guy gets in, and he's not going to support. He's going to be backed by Act Blue, the Democratic racist party. It's crazy, man. Prediction Ascension. Love me or hate me, there's no in between. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out with the algorithm. Godspeed, Eric Adams, man. Because when you stand up against the corrupt becomes the corrupted. It is what it is, man.